You can't hide your lying eye, and your smile is a thin disguise.
Cheers.
There ain't no way to hide your lying eye.
No way. Brad Hazard's theme song, Lying Eyes. Although Gladys is probably her theme song too. Palage, her theme song. Jackie Lambie, definitely her theme song. So disappointed in her. Andrew's theme song. Andrew Constance, really disappointed in him. His theme song. Sutton, his theme song. Yeah. Herbert Robert William Hennis here, aka Owen Gordon Reid. Check out my YouTube channel, That Old Guy Australia. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and when I've done a bit of rubbish, you'll bing on your phone and you'll go, what the hell was that? He's done another one. Okay. 160 subscribers, 4,500 views. I am king. Well, in this house anyway. I'm just stunned. You crazy bunch. Look, it's great. Hey, look, it's Friday afternoon here near far south, for my overseas viewers, far southeast corner of New South Wales, down on the south east coast of Australia. It's drizzling rain, been drizzling rain for about 4 weeks now, on and off. Wet. Had about 4 or 5 days, somewhere in there it's been a bit of sun, bit of clearness. But the rest of the time it's been a lot of rain, and it hasn't looked like ending for a while, and it looks like it's going to hang around till probably next week. It's a bit of a bummer when you're a painter doing an external. Anyway, that's life. So, the big announcement today, I did see someone sent me a clip. I don't know who it was. No idea, don't really care because it doesn't interest me that much. But it was off one of our morning shows here, breakfast show. Carl Stefanovic. Carl's a dick. Carl's a dick. Oh, God. I can never get my head around. I can't get this picture out of my head of Carl being interviewed in the Gold Coast years ago when he started out in breakfast TV. And he had to get in a jet ski and go out in the lineup on, they're going to watch guys getting towed into waves or whatever. And Carl had a pair of jeans on and a check shirt, and he rolled his jeans up. I'm like, oh God. It did my head in. I was like, cock and load. God, you dickhead. Anyway, Carl was interviewing someone there saying, yeah, no, it's all over for the young jibby jabbied. We had to move it back because we haven't got the legislation ready. As I told you, they've said this. That's what it's going to be. We haven't got the legislation ready. Hang on. And it won't be ready until the 17th. So that's when the unclean can go and join the masses. But you can't join the masses because it's going to be a lonely, lonely Christmas, they tell us. As he said, there's not a lot you can do. You're going to be restricted from everything. You know, if you want to have a good Christmas, he said, go and get jabbed because there's no other way you're going to be able to enjoy yourself. No other way. It's all over. All over. The jibby-jabbies are going to be out enjoying themselves, and the unclean are going to be sitting home crying buckets of tears in their bedrooms, apparently. That's what he's told me. It was on the news. Now, we told you this was coming. The conspiracy theorists 2 years ago told you there would be passports. We told you this. Now it's come in, and it's come in through New South Wales Services app with your tick, your green tick, and that's got room for about 6. So once you've signed up to the program, you're in the program. There's no going out of it. There's no going out of it. The government knows everything about it now. We told you that you'd lose your driver's licence. We told you you'd lose your vehicle registration. We told you you'd lose your Medicare. We told you if you were a rental, you're more than likely, particularly with government rentals, but certainly with rentals per se, you'll have to provide proof of vaccination to apply for a rental, to apply for a car purchase, to apply for a house purchase. All of that will be included in this. There won't be one area of your goddamn life that won't require you to show proof of your medical history of being injected, not vaccinated, injected. Now, we told you this, and we have been howled at and screamed, put down, rubbished, demeaned for 2 years. And here we are right now. Here we are right now. Back then, we told you that guy didn't eat a bat in a wet market. And we were screamed at for that. The bat guy's forgotten. That's all over. We've forgotten all about that. We had the Chinese scientist who made this bioweapon, who defected to America under protection. Right? She did a video recording explaining it. She was the chief scientist in frickin' Wuhan. She was the one who created this. She calls it the bioweapon. She says how they developed this bioweapon, and it was taken off them by the Chinese army. They moved in, took all of her research, and they used it. No? So it's a bioweapon. No matter which way you want to think about it, it's a frickin' bioweapon. I've told you this. But no. What does a bioweapon need? What does it need? It needs its cure. Like an A and B epoxy, it needs its cure. Once it gets that injection, that's when the fun begins. That's when the agenda starts. That is when it melds into itself. That's when the destruction happens. No, you don't have to believe me. What am I? Nothing. Nobody. I think of a rat's ass. And no matter what I show to people, this doctor, that doctor, this doctor, that scientist, immunologist, virologist, whatever, they're all debunked. 98% of the world media is owned and controlled. And they've spent hundreds of millions of dollars with teams and teams of people preparing all sorts of dirt and files on these people to make sure they can debunk every single thing they say. So it doesn't matter what you show people, they're not going to, unless they're willing to look at it, they're not willing to believe it. They're not. They can disprove it in their own minds. So we got 2%, the David, who have lost everything and are trying to tell the truth for humanity's sake, up against the Goliath, who are paid, owned and controlled and given massive amounts of money and bonuses, just like hospitals, as it was shown in British Parliament. And it's shown here in Australia. Doctors are given X amount per SARS-CoV-2 case, X amount per COVID case. Hospitals are given X amount per SARS-CoV-2 case, X amount per ICU. It's tripled in that. When you go to ICU, they want to get you into ICU because it triples their money. It triples their money. Now, I know personally, one person who was in ICU who should not have been there. They did not want to be there and they were not sick enough to be there. But they were put in there for their own sake, their own protection and the protection of the rest of the hospital. I know this person personally, right? I know them personally. They gave me that testimony, and they said they didn't want to be in there, but see, the government gives X amount of money to that hospital for their ICU admittance. I think it's around about $39,000 a day they get for that one. Now here's the thing: we started off with deaths, then we went to cases. Now we're going to mandates. You know, you can't fucking catch COVID. We've been over this 100 times. I'm sick of telling people. I get people sending me stuff about COVID cases. There's no COVID cases. COVID cases are the ones in ICU who are verified. They're there. The rest of them are SARS-CoV-2. That's what they are. You can't catch a symptom. The virus is what you can catch. Can't catch a fucking symptom. Right? COVID is a symptom. You can only catch the goddamn virus, you idiots. You know, once you start saying that, talking about COVID cases, every single thing that comes out of your mouth after that is shite. I'm not even listening to you because you know nothing. You know nothing, Jon Snow. You know nothing. You're an idiot. You're just an MSM puppet, mouthpiece. Oh, I've never known so many blinded people in my life. Never known so many blinded people. Mandates. Is a mandate a law? No. No, it's not a law. It's a strong urge, like a shit. It's a strong urge, like a morning poo after coffee. Strong urge. A recommendation. Recommendation. The great unclean. We're not going to be able to do anything. I can go and play golf, right? I know 11 guys who are unjibby-jabbied. But I can't play with them. I can only play in a group of 2. Golf is playing a group of 4. They can go out, jibby-jabby, good on, off you go. Don't give a rat's ass what you do. Shank it all day long. I go out, I can only go in a group of 2. Why? Hashtag health, hashtag science? No, hashtag bullshit. It's stigma. It's the part of German engineering. This is nothing different than what Hitler did with the brown shirts during the fucking war. This is what it is. Propaganda. Send them out in 2s. Someone wrote this shit. Someone wrote this. Even if they've got a group of 4 who are unjabbed, they can't go out together, not for health reasons, but because we want to make a show of it. They're the scapegoats. We want to send those dirty fuckers out in 2 so everybody knows they're unjabbed. Because they're playing, I think, really go around 2.5 hours. It's fantastic. It's quick as haven't got to put up with half of their shit anyway. Stupid old fuckers. Haven't got to put up with their rubbish talk about shit that they know nothing about. Let's go and play golf. Yeah, that's great. 2.5 hours, boom, back home. Sensational. Didn't work. Whoever thought that one up? You're sacked. So that's the thing. We're going to be more and more monitored and more freedoms taken away until you will not be able to do anything. Medicare, your license, your registration, shooter's license, everything will be gone from you. Everything, your rental, right? You won't be able to buy a house, you won't be able to buy a car, you won't be able to do it. Everything is going to be linked to that vaccine passport. Every single thing. We told you for 2 years, you shat on us from a great height like a pelican, and now it's coming true. And no apologies coming forth from any of you, because you're full of shite yourselves. Yeah. So here, that's what it is, the mandate. It's just a mandate, mate. That's all it is. I'll tell you what a fucking mandate. Here's a mandate. See this? This is a mandate. You go to work. You got to go to work. You put a fucking hard hat on because you're on a building site. That's a mandate. I go home. How you going, Joe? I haven't seen Joe for 5 months, but anyway. Helmet's off. It doesn't affect my private life, my personal life. That mandate is at work. So how can you mandate something that affects every other part of my fucking life? Every other part. And how do you think that's acceptable? Unless, of course, Joe says, I want to have sex with you. Can you put that fucking hat on? Remember how we used to do it when you were young? And we put, hey, oh, excuse me, you come around to do building work on my house? You better, baby. You better. And while I'm here, I'll mow your lawn. Sorry, Joe, but there's secrets. Sorry. Oh dear. Woo! 5 months. God. That's a mandate. Or if you're gay and you've got someone you're hooking up with, that's a mandate. Right? That's a mandate. Or if you wear a bun in your head, that's a mandate. Right, look at back in the hair. Here's another one. Have a go at it. I got this new phrase. It's a Bible phrase. It goes like this. Thou shalt know them by their hair. Because if you're done jibbied, you can't get a haircut. So everyone walking around with shit-looking hair, they're unjabbed. You can't get a haircut. Why? Hashtag health, hashtag science. You're covered in COVID. Can't cut your hair. I can talk to you outside, and we can have a cup of coffee if you like, and we can have a chat about life. But you can't go in the salon and get your bloody haircut. Hashtag health. Bullshit. This is German propaganda. You've never seen this. Communism at its finest, and you're all okay with it. You're full of shite. I'm going to have a good Christmas. Christmas ham. Who does this? I don't. Is it just me? I go in early and get my ham. I don't know why. I can't help myself. I go in and they've loaded up the shelves with hams, and I go, whoa, 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 whoa. And I get one early. Ask Joe, because they're vegetarians. I'm the only one that eats it. So I get one around about first week of December. And by the time Christmas has come around, I've eaten half of it. I'm sick of ham. Get the ham away from me. I'm palming it off on the poo. Have some ham. Then the dog's dead, so I keep the bone and make pea and ham soup. Oh yeah, pea and ham soup sauce, sensational. Anyway, love you to bits. It's Friday. I've had enough. I just want to let you know I've got a good video coming up next week. I've been working on really hard on this one. It's taken me a long time, but it's great. But like anything, between now and Sunday, all hell could break loose. You don't know what's going to go on in this mad world with these mad people. Love you all. Oh, and thanks for the hundreds of messages. I mean, literally hundreds of messages. Fantastic. I've written back to nearly all of you now. If I haven't got to you, I will. Thank you so much. I love you all. Peace and light. You know we're going to win this thing. David against Goliath. Stick at it, and we'll get there.